And we are here in Mumbai. Oh, Harry Maguire. Oh, Diogo Dalot. Oh my God. Knuckleball is going platinum. Manchester United is on Knuckleball. Let's go.
I mean, obviously, physically, it's demanding. You have to be up and down the pitch all the time.
I've been here 6 years now, and I'm really proud to be at this club 6 years and hopefully many more years ahead.
First of all, I would like to thank you to put my name between all these big legends.
Alright, so Roddur, big news, huh?
Well, what are you talking about?
See, I can't vaguely just set up the video like this. You know it, I know it. So let's just build up whatever we're going to talk about, right?
Okay.
This is the kind of stuff that makes you go from your chair, like laid back in your chair, to up front. This is big for Knuckleball, guys. This is huge for Knuckleball.
I'm starting to recollect. Go on.
You don't have to be too modest, alright? We know, for a matter of fact, we know
Yeah.
there was a big English club, football club, that had come to India for an event in Mumbai.
Yeah.
2 or 3 really senior players were here in India.
I'm really starting to recollect it now.
Yeah.
What happened exactly? Yes, guys. We went and we did something really special. Well, Sriram, I did.
He went. I didn't go.
But we got an incredible opportunity
Yeah.
to do something really cool. And before we head into it, we would like to thank Apollo Tyres for making it all possible. Well, Sriram,
United we play.
let's go. Welcome to Mumbai. Knuckleball is in Mumbai. Manchester United players are about to sit right here in a few minutes' time, and we are going to meet them. Harry Maguire, Diogo Dalot, Onana, they're all going to be here. Oh, I can't wait. It's time to meet the players. Finally, Harry Maguire, Onana, Diogo Dalot. Let's go. Andre, United have had a tough season. What's been the overall outcome?
Yeah, it's been a very difficult season, like you said, but that's what we are here for. We are here to take responsibility when things are not going good. The big players, all of us. Football is about momentum. You have good and bad moment, and that season was difficult for all of us. But being a last guy for me is just extra motivation, especially playing with those guys. Amazing guy, good players. And for me, it's a gift of God to be with them. So I enjoy so much playing with them. And yeah, I'm a happy guy to be with them.
Well, Andre, you've taken a really big position, which is the role of the Manchester United #1. It's been a difficult start, but how do you deal with the pressure of succeeding legends like, David De Gea, Peter Schmeichel, Edwin van der Sar?
For me, it's like I said, it's just for motivation. First of all, I would like to thank you to put my name between all these big legends. They are doing so many great things for the club. So put my name over there is something great. And yeah, it's been very difficult for all of us. Like I always said, football is not tennis. We received critics from everywhere, but this is part of the game. We are used to that. They are complaining about striker, we don't score goals, but it's not Roger Federer or Rafael Nadal. So that means we have to help him as well. We win together, we lose together. So we have to all take responsibilities about all these seasons. About this season, it has been very difficult. So I start with myself. So yeah, that's what we are here for, to take the bad news when things are not going good, and when things are going good, we let Garnacho Ahmad shine because they are our youngest brother and we want them to be on top.
So, given the season then, how optimistic are you about the next season?
Well, it's always a learning time. Like I said, you never lose in life. You learn or you win. In the end of the day, we didn't win, so it was a learning time. Stay strong together and we go on. We are used to this kind of situation. We have been playing this game for some of us for more than 10 years. So we are used to that. We'll go again, try to do our best, and hopefully this next season, hopefully the coming season will be better. But
Manchester United has a strong Portuguese culture. You know, many legends, Ronaldo, Bruno, Amorim is now the coach, Mourinho was the coach. Do you feel pressure succeeding legends like these, you know, Mourinho, Ronaldo? And how do you fit in with the Portuguese culture? Does it make it more like home?
First of all, it's a privilege, I would say. Although we have a lot of good people and quality people that pass through Manchester United being in Portugal, there's not many. But being able to be a part of those players, those Portuguese people that were inside the club, for me it's a privilege, first and foremost. And then it's just trying to match the standards. I mean, for you to be able to play for Man United it's already difficult. Being Portuguese, small country, coming into a big club, it's also a big challenge. And then trying to be the best version that I can. I think I've been here for a while now, and that means something. So I would say that as long as I'm here, I will try always to give my best and show the people that I love this club, and I will always give my everything for this club.
You've been at the club for 7 years now. How do you look back on that time?
I think it was individual-wise, it was quite progressive, I would say. Obviously, the first few years were difficult for me to find some minutes to play, to find space in the team to play. But I always thought, and I always knew that I could play a lot of games for this club. Obviously, collectively-wise, I want to do more. I want to win more. I want to have more trophies, win more competitions and more games. So that's what I will aim for.
So you have moved from a traditional fullback to a more wing back with Ruben Amorim. How has the transition been, and what has been the message from the manager? You know, what are the notes he's giving you?
I mean, obviously, physically, it's demanding. You have to be up and down the pitch all the time. But I think it quite fits my profile. It's something that I like, something that I always try to improve. Trying to be more times in the box, scoring more goals, assists. I think this season I've done that. So I think I quite like it. It's quite my profile, and I will try to be the best version that I can.
Harry, playing for Manchester United is a big responsibility. But how do you cope with that, particularly when you know that criticism is down the road, especially when you fail or don't have a good season?
Yeah, I think when you play for this club, it's just such a big club. It's one of the biggest clubs in the world, so that's part and parcel of playing for the club. You've got to take responsibility on, and each player's got to do that. This season's not been good enough, so we know that the criticism is going to be there. We've got to accept that. But yeah, it's just part and parcel of playing for this club. This club is such a big club. It has a worldwide fan base, and I wouldn't change it for anything. It's an amazing club, amazing fan base, and when you go through the bad times, the scrutiny will come, but the good times will come as well, and then you'll get the praise.
Hi to the camera. So you've played with two new centre backs this year, Matthijs de Ligt and Lenny Yoro. I want to ask you about your experience playing with them, and particularly about Lenny Yoro. How good of a talent is he? How easy does he make your job? And do you think he can become the best defender in the world?
That's a big statement early on, but he has all the potential to do that. Of course, he has all the attributes in a defender that you want, especially in modern day football. He's fast, he's strong, he's good on the ball. Yeah, of course, he has a long way to go to become the best player in the world, but he has the attributes and the potential. He's a magnificent player, and he's only 19 years old, so he's going to be an amazing player for this club, and Manchester United are really lucky to have him.
Harry, the Europa League final was the last glimmer of hope you had in what was a really tough season, but even that didn't go to plan. How have you and the team been coping with that difficult loss?
Yeah, obviously it was really disappointing. Everyone was devastated. We prepared really well, and actually in the game we didn't deserve to lose the game. I know there's people out there who'll probably say we deserve to lose the game just because that's what happens. But when you concede one shot on target and that's the only goal, and it was a really scruffy goal to concede, and we have numerous chances and opportunities, but I think it's been pretty much our story of our season. We haven't really been conceding many chances, but the bottom line is we just don't score enough goals this season. So next season we need to improve. We need to improve a lot. Us players, we take responsibility. There'll be a lot of changes in the squad. A lot will leave and a lot will come in hopefully and improve the team, because the most important thing is to improve the club and the team and the league position and make sure we get back to what we was.
So Harry, you've been here for a long time now, 6 or 7 years now. You're at Manchester United. You've been a captain, and now you're a senior, a leader, really. So when the going gets tough, how do you motivate the young players in the team?
Yeah, I've been here a long time. I'm a senior player now. It's really important to make sure that as a senior player, you help the young players. This club can be tough at times, especially when you're losing football matches. So the younger players will be feeling it this year, the pressure and the scrutiny. And as an older player, I'm here to give them any advice they want and to give them any help they want. They can come to me, and I feel like I do my best to try and do that because that's a big responsibility of myself. From, like you say, I've been here 6 years now, and I'm really proud to be at this club 6 years and hopefully many more years ahead.
Well, quite exciting.
Yeah,
That was fantastic. I'm very jealous of you. I'm going to hold this against him, by the way. I mean, that was a absolutely phenomenal opportunity.
Yeah.
Great event. Great conversations as well.
Yeah, look, before anything, I just want to say thank you to all the people who made it possible. It was a long shot when I first thought about it, but it's happened. And I mean, look, at the end of the day, you're meeting 3 players who play for Manchester United, the Manchester United. So it's just a complete honor that I got to be there. But let's just put you on the spot now.
I was dreading this.
A big statement there by Harry Maguire, who said Lenny Yoro has the potential to be the best defender in the world.
Yep.
Do you think Lenny Yoro has the potential to be the best defender in the world?
Just for context, alright, this is not going to change my answer. I am a Manchester United fan. I know it. Like, I just want to put it out there. But yes.
Okay.
See, it's
not a controversial opinion.
I don't think
it's
not a controversial opinion, but whenever we talk about high potential in Manchester United, the lines never really meet, right?
Yeah,
in the last decade, that has been a proof. But you can't not be generational to be poached by Real Madrid, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They were on his tail for the longest time.
Yeah.
And Manchester United just swooped in and got him. Very, very unfortunate start for him at the club to get injured for as long as he did.
Yeah.
But he has really grown into the season.
Yeah.
And what has been the most tumultuous period that Manchester United have ever had in their history, I'm very certain of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
For him to shine as well as he has in the last 3 months, where things have, I mean, sideways is just an understatement for the kind of stuff that has happened in Manchester United this season. So for him to shine in the way that he has in the last 3 months, it's a great sign.
Yeah.
World's best defender. He's what, 9? He's 20. He's not even 20 yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge pressure.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't feel it because I see it a lot in him.
Yeah. He has all the raw qualities that you want in, I love this term that we use nowadays, the Rolls-Royce centre back.
Yeah.
And he has all the qualities for it. He's extremely quick. He's great on the ball.
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
He has great IQ. He reads really well.
He's a really, really good centre back. And the most excited I ever felt about a defender coming through was when Rafa Varane came through at Real Madrid. And all of it, you knew instantly that 19-year-old Varane is right up to the level. Yeah. But Lenny Yoro's level is probably greater than what Varane had at that point. Simply because Varane was never that great on the ball. But Lenny Yoro is extremely composed on the ball, as well as he's a demon physically. And, well, let's hope Manchester United are able to, use that to their advantage rather than let it all go to pop.
Yeah. But I think one thing that goes for him as well.
Up there.
One thing that goes for him as well, in every single other position that you could play for in a really chaotic Manchester United side, the defensive side of it is quite simple still. Like, it doesn't really depend on the system. It's still the individual doing as well as he can with the rest of the moving parts, right? So that works in his favor. I think his qualities will make the team better. Of course they will. But the one thing that I'm really excited for is next season. Because I know what your next question is going to be.
Okay.
And my Lenny Yoro answer depends on that, which I'm going to just give a prelude to now.
Okay.
Whatever the system that United play next season, I think Lenny Yoro will be at the forefront of that.
I mean, there's no doubt about it, but talking about the system, you know what my next question is going to be. Do you think Ruben Amorim is the right man for the job? Do you still have faith in the system? I mean, we saw one of Manchester United's greatest ever defenders, Rio Ferdinand, come out and say after the Europa League final, I don't want to hear anything about Amorim getting sacked.
All right. Yeah,
So,
I remember that.
Are you on the same page as Rio? Or are you finally #Amorim out?
You cannot phrase that question like, do you agree with one of the greatest centre-halves of all time, or do you have a different opinion? But do I safeguard myself from the comment section, or do I just speak my mind?
You speak your mind.
It's time to go.
Damn.
It's time to go. I mean, I know it's a very reactionary thing for a Manchester United fan to say, but I'm not saying this just as a Manchester United fan. It just is not working.
Yeah.
It's not working. And it's not because of Amorim. It's because you can't expect that entire change in system to just come about in a year with the kind of players who've been playing a completely different system for a long time.
Right.
So, in a utopic scenario for an Amorim system to work at Manchester United, he needs completely new squad of 25 players. And this is not happening.
Yeah.
Let's be very honest with that.
Yeah.
Right? Do I think Ruben Amorim is a bad manager? Absolutely not.
Okay.
He's a fantastic manager. But that system rarely ever works in a rigid system like
I
Manchester
think
United.
the most disappointing part about Amorim is the fact that he's been caught out extremely reluctant to change, to adapt.
Adaptability is a big problem.
And, you know,
He's quite rigid with the ways. Yeah.
we talk about, okay, you have faith in your system, but if it's not working, it's paramount that you adapt to the situation.
Yeah.
You save the ship right now, and then you think about moving it forward. And Amorim is completely thinking about moving it forward, but he's letting the ship sink before it's come
There's
out
nothing
of
to
the
save.
iceberg.
There's nothing left to save.
Yeah, and I was particularly surprised in the Europa League final because I think
It
that was
never
really
worked.
like a defining moment for United fans. Like, where do you really go from here?
See,
It's not going to change like
I
this.
understand the thought process with which I think this tactical setup was built up for that final, in the sense that maybe Amorim and the coaches were thinking that Tottenham are going to attack hard, which is why they pushed at such a defensive system for them to help counter-attack.
Yeah.
But Tottenham just sat back. Spurs never really had to come out of second gear, to be very honest.
They got the goal and they
They just
were
sat
happy
back
with
the
it.
entire time, and that really
and that
caught
actually
United cold.
shows how the opposing manager Ange Postecoglou, incredible story by the way. Ange Postecoglou, you know, he at the very start of his Tottenham stint was playing a super high line.
Yeah,
I was
exactly.
seeing Vicario playing in the halfway line in a match against Chelsea, I think it was.
No, that was a crazy game.
Yeah, and but Postecoglou has shown that he can adapt, and so when it needed to be, he bought his players back. 5 defenders, he's put them there, block, get the match done.
Yeah.
That's what's lacking in Amorim. I think I kind of agree with you that.
No, I'm in no capacity saying that Amorim is not going to stay. I think he's going to stay realistically.
Okay.
But in my perspective, it's time to just steady the ship. Like we've been saying this for the last 10 years, man. I don't know why such an elementary thing is just not being done at Manchester United. It's really bizarre to me that for the last 10 years, every single year, there's a new change and everyone just expects, okay, we're just going for the title.
Yeah.
You can't go for the title like that.
I think titles out of the question. I mean, if you guys
Right now,
finish
Manchester United
in a
need to
European
finish
place,
10th.
if you finish in a European place next year, it's a success.
Absolutely.
It's a success. But if not Amorim, who is the one manager you want?
This is extremely wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Thomas Frank.
Thomas Frank. Do you think Thomas Frank would move from Brentford to this?
I don't think he has the need to.
He doesn't. Definitely doesn't.
It's
have
a
the need to.
far better project.
Yeah.
Brentford is
Brentford is a very well-run club.
By the way, 2015. If you drag back to 2015 and you heard someone say Brentford is a far better project than Manchester United, someone would really, really rip you apart. But that's the story of 2025.
Yeah.
Brentford are a far better project for a manager to work for.
Yeah.
Will they lose Brian Mbeumo? Probably. Is Brian Mbeumo going to join Manchester United? Who knows? But could Thomas Frank be the answer? Absolutely. Because Thomas Frank is one of those managers who'll just make do with what he has.
Yeah.
And that's the perfect thing. It's someone like we discussed this with Kostuba and Drogba as well.
Exactly.
Someone like a Simone Inzaghi. right? They just make do with what they have and they just become successful every single time.
Yeah.
So you just need someone who can just, I mean, we always do this in English, but United needs someone who has a calm chalao mentality.
Yeah.
Right? Just make do with what you have, use the players, create a system that works, try to get the best out of your talented forwards. I still think they're talented.
Yeah.
Is Garnacho out? Probably, I don't know.
Definitely if Amorim stays.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
But with the quality United have, they shouldn't be finishing 15th.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You could at least try for 8th, if you are frank.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're beating Athletic Club 7-1. And okay, a couple
That
of
was a
referee decisions
bizarre
went
leg.
United's way. But Athletic Club are a really good side. They're finishing 4th in La Liga for a reason.
That Leon game was fantastic, by the way.
So the talent is still there. For some reason, it just doesn't work. And Amorim probably has to shoulder much of the blame for it, because I think he came in when United were on the fringes of the top 10. United are on the fringes of relegation. So it's a big change, and he has to do it fast.
Yeah.
Because if he starts the season, 10 matches in, it's not working, suddenly you're another season behind. And then it's a whole another recovery process that'll take a long time.
Yeah.
I hope it works. One last thing I wanted to catch up with you is about the best player in Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes, who might be going to Saudi. He's apparently going to have a multi-million-dollar offer. How do you feel about Bruno possibly going to Saudi?
My God, it haunts me to think about it. Because again, it always just comes down to, if Bruno hadn't been at United this year, what would have happened? United would have genuinely been relegated. He had 40 goal contributions in all competitions this year, in the worst United team of all time. If he is the one that is going to be let go, God save this club, man. Like, I'm being very honest. Financially, it makes a lot of sense. Yes, United are
imagine you get 100 million for Bruno Fernandes, and he goes. Would you take it?
If it's invested well, yes.
Okay.
But I don't see it happening. There's no proof of that.
Yeah.
Because they've already spent 60 odd on Cunha.
Yeah.
It looks like Brian Mbuemo is happening, apparently, for some reason. I don't know. There's chatter about Juan Garcia from Espanyol.
Yeah.
There is Mile Suilar's name being thrown out there from Roma.
I mean, the first problem we need to solve is the wing backs.
Yeah. I think the best way to solve the wing back position is to just not play. Just play traditional full.
Play Diogo Dalot as a traditional fullback. Ruben Amorim.
Yeah. So it's a bit all over the place, and if Fernandes is the one to go, it's going to be really trouble. Like, it's going to be very troublesome, because you don't have a chief creator in that team anymore. Mason Mount, still
and
on
even in
the
that
fence.
midfield, if you take Fernandes out, all of a sudden you are lacking a serious amount of creativity, because then your midfield is basically Casemiro and Ugarte, with Mount coming in and.
Probably Mainu over Casemiro next season. I think I see that happening. I think Casemiro's legs are gone, as sad as it is.
Casemiro should definitely stay though.
He should stay.
Because he is someone who has that winner's mentality at United, and he's someone
in those
who
big
knows
moments
how to get it done in the big moments. Because in the Europa League, he was your best player.
Yeah, 100%.
He was your best player in the knockout stages.
100%.
So
it's still a bit of... So, if I were to pick a Manchester United lineup next season, I would steer very clear of a 3-4-2-1.
Right. But do you think Ruben Amorim is capable of playing without a 3-4-2-1?
That's a big question. See, there's no proof of that.
Yeah.
He's just not played any other style ever.
Yeah.
So if you were to start with a 4 at the back, you have all the necessary things that you need.
Right.
You can genuinely finish at least mid-table with the kind of side you already have. With no additions made, I think a 4 at the back team, consistently without injuries, should get United mid-table minimum.
Yeah.
Dalot on the right, Shaw on the left, maybe Harry Amas if possible, I don't know.
I mean, you spent 30 million odd on a left wing back.
Dorgu, I just don't know, man. I still don't really fully get what he's good at, what he's bad at. He's a great runner, he's a great crosser.
But he was completely completely dominated by Pedro Porro in the
Yeah,
final.
yeah.
And Pedro Porro isn't a great defender.
Yeah.
But
It was a bit all over the place.
but on that day, Porro and Udogie completely dominated the flanks.
Yeah. So ideally, I would have Lenny Yoro starting with Lisandro Martinez. If Lisandro Martinez is fit, I would have Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo. Sorry. I would have Ugarte and Kobe Mainoo. I would have Fernandes in the hole. I would have ideally, I don't know, man, Cunha on the left, Rashford on the right, maybe.
Rashford is not
Garnacho
staying.
on the right,
Rashford
maybe.
is not staying.
You sell both.
Rashford is not staying.
If Sancho, Anthony, Rashford, and
None of them are
Garnacho,
staying.
all of them are leaving, then United have no forwards left. They have absolutely no forwards left.
But you'll probably get some money back for Rashford. Anthony has done extremely well at Betis, so you'll probably get money back for him.
Garnacho's still
Garnacho
very
will
young.
definitely get you a fair bit.
Yeah.
And Sancho as well, I assume if he does leave on a permanent deal, will again get you some amount of money,
So
30
if
million or so.
Brian Mbeumo is happening,
Yeah.
then Brian Mbeumo on the right, and who plays up front for Manchester United? Who plays up front for Manchester United?
I have a depressed Manchester United fan here, but I am very happy. Harry Maguire, Diogo Dalot, Andre Onana, thank you so much. It was an absolute honor. And thank you once again to Apollo Tyres for making it all happen and chipping in at the right time. Well, Sriram,
Yeah.
that's the end.
Quite
For
a
your
fruitful
sake-
episode.
For your sake, let's hope Manchester United have a good season next year.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Alright. Keep watching Knuckleball. Keep following us.
We'll be
and
back next week with 2 more special guests.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Another football episode. Woo!